ho! Merry Christmas! If you don't know who I am, I'm Santa Booze. That's right, Santa Booze is making a comeback 2 years later, but with a real suit and beard. Not no shaving cream crap. Today, in today's video, I'm going to be painting the Polar Express because it's my favorite Christmas movie of all time, and it's very nostalgic for me. I'm going to show you how I took this little blank, boring white canvas to something super cool and magical. Let's get into it, shall we?
Voiceover Boozy coming at you, and we're starting with some peach portrait pink tone as a base layer. I'm going to go in with all my base coats, and then we'll do the shadows and the highlights. This is actually very interesting. I made this image with Bing AI Creator. It's a really fun tool, especially if you're an artist and you need a reference photo, or if you didn't know what to draw, you could type in something random in there and it can generate a picture for you to draw. It's really awesome. I typed in Polar Express. I'm not really sure. I don't really remember. It was like Polar Express, pastel watercolors, boy in pajamas, or something like that. You literally put random words in there and it generates really cool photos. It did 4 of them and I really liked this one. I decided to go with Polar Express because it takes me back to my childhood. We watched this movie at school and I really just liked it, and every year as a tradition I watch it multiple times. It's kind of like the people that's obsessed with Hocus Pocus and Halloween, aka Renee, my cousin. She watches it literally every night. Well, that's what I've been doing with Polar Express this year, is I watch Polar Express every night when I go to bed. It was a close decision on my Facebook votes of Polar Express or the Elf, because I had 2 different images I really liked, and I'm really glad that the Polar Express won because the Polar Express is really my favorite. It's just so magical and just a classic for me because I did watch it when I was young and really loved it. And it's really cool because Tom Hanks plays like almost every character in that movie. It's kind of insane. It's really awesome. I mixed up a lighter blue with white in this. And there's 3 different colors in the hair. There's light brown, dark brown, and then I went in with black and white. So actually there's 4, my bad. I miscounted it there. Miscalculated. I really like how he's pointing up and stuff, the position of his finger, and the train in the background. This is a little bit different style than the movie. It don't really look like the boy, but I still really love it, especially the turnout. My mom actually wants to keep this one. She has it hanging up downstairs now. So I'm going to have a good luck trying to get that back because she really loves it, especially since there's glitter involved. I'm adding in some browns. And an interesting thing about the coat is the coat looks brown, but it's actually white. Or not white. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Orange. It's actually orange because the picture looked more orange than brown, and I didn't want to go with brown because brown really darkens stuff up. And the same with the pajamas. I end up going in and redoing the pajamas because they were a little bit too dark, and I wanted it more pastel and kid-like colors. I don't know how to explain that well. I'm very bad at explaining. I'm trying my best. I went in with brown, and the brown wasn't dark enough on the coat, so I went in with black. Just to kind of break up all the sections and add more depth to it. This I'm using a very light brown to go in and add shadows, and I used water and just really fade it out so that it blends and there's no harsh lines. Here I'm adding some white, and this is where I'm redoing the pajamas. And I went over it with white to lighten it up, and it kind of just looked not so good, so I ended up going in again with some lighter blue this time. It's the baby blue mixed with some white just to lighten it up a lot. I went over all the stripes. lot of stripes on there. Now I'm doing the socks. It's light blue, dark blue, and white on the socks, and this is a darker blue for the shadows instead of black because I thought the black was a little bit too dark for what I was going for. I like this dark blue for the shadows a lot better. It's slowly coming together. This is a white paint pen for the hair, and it was doing a little bit too thick of lines. I wasn't a huge fan of it. That's why I'm using my finger to kind of pick up the paint. And also to blend it so it's not so bright and it kind of blends in a little more. This is yellow for the train's light. I kind of cheated and used a navy blue Sharpie on a lot of the details for the train because there was a lot of small details and I was kind of just trying to bust it out. I love to time manage, and if I could do something a little bit quicker, that's good because I have quite the busy schedule and it's hard to get to these artworks, but I absolutely have to make time for it because it's one of my favorite things to do. Creating is just therapeutic for me. Now I'm going in with light blue paint over top of the Sharpie because all the shadows are already pretty much done. The train's mostly all light blue, and then here in a minute I will take a navy blue paint to add the dark shadow areas even more, give it a little more detail. And it comes together pretty quickly. I wish I could paint this fast, but this is actually a time lapse. I speed it up so that you don't have to waste a lot of your day watching it. This is the white paint pen again, and I'm going in to do the highlights and add some more detail into the train. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies on the train, so a lot of little tedious lines and dots and things like that. And this is a black Sharpie to add even more depth and shadows. That was a little perfume bottle I got off Shein shaped like a skull. I sprayed the canvas for the background, and I was trying to use these really pearlized metallic watercolors, and as you can see, they're just not taken to the canvas very well. So pretty much all this was a base of where I wanted the colors. So I don't know, the watercolors didn't work out like I really wanted them to. Sadly, because I thought that was going to make such a cool touch since they were metallic and pearlized. I end up getting acrylic paint and mixing it with gold glitter so that it could be a little bit shiny. And that's what you see here is me putting it on there, but a little bit watered down. And it took a few layers so that it didn't look so splotchy. And I also used a sponge brush to blend it. And I was being extra careful not to blend it too much and make it look muddy. Oh my goodness, your girl can't talk. There's the sponge brush. I'm just patting it. And I had a different brush for each color where they mix so that it didn't get all muddy and brown and dirty looking. I have a tendency to overblend sometimes and it just looks awful. This is the acrylic paint marker again. I'm going in with a white outline where the light would be hitting him. And then it brings it all together when you do that. It looks so cool. That's the smoke of the train, and I'm using my finger to kind of blend it in so it's not so harsh. It's signature time, baby! Thank you so much for watching my video.
And these are the final results! Ho ho ho! I absolutely love the way this turned out. It's super glittery and super cool. I hope you guys liked today's video, and if you did, please like and subscribe and come back for some more artsy-fartsy fun. Thank you so much for watching. Have a happy and Merry Christmas from me to you, and Happy New Year.